Hello, xin chào các bạn. Chào mừng các bạn quay lại với kênh của mình. Hôm nay mình lại tiếp tục The Witcher 3 nha. Hồi bữa thì lanh quanh làm nhiệm vụ phụ ở cái đảo, xong bây giờ mình sẽ qua Novigrad, mình làm cái nhiệm vụ chính là ghé thăm nhà của con Triss. Con Triss là cũng giống như con ghệ cũ của mình vậy đó. Nhiều lắm, nhiều ghệ lắm. Cái gì mới vô mà thiêu rồi. Mình đã cố gắng đi nhanh nhất có thể của cốt truyện của con game này rồi. Nếu mà mình còn có thiếu sót chỗ nào thì các bạn nhắc mình nha.
Behold the flame of grace and mercy. Special fire for you, freak. Nice, slow burning. You'll beg for mercy in all the voices known to you.
Đốt luôn à. Hồi xưa tử hình thấy ghê quá ha, thiêu sống trước bàn dân thiên hạ. Vừa đau đớn mà vừa nhục nhã. Chính luôn rồi. Chính luôn. Thành món thịt nướng luôn rồi. Ghê. Rất mong là Dudu tôi phải chịu số phận đến vậy. Cung đồ hả? Biển đi.
Want you gone by the time I count to 3. 1.
Hear that?
2.
Ooh, look
Móc kiếm ra liền.
3.
No, don't. No more, please.
Where's the
Một hit
sorceress who lived here?
yếu mà ra
Most
gió.
likely hiding in some rat trap with the rest of them.
Sao cô ấy phải trốn?
Who's she hiding from?
Temple Guard's cracking down. All mages are fair game.
Yeah, they round them up like rats.
Ở Novigrad này đang giống như là đuổi những pháp sư phù thủy truy bắt. Phải đi hỏi ai đây?
Someone's gotta know more.
I'd look for her in the Putrid Grove.
Cái tên thú vị đấy.
Putrid Grove.
Vườn cây thối.
Interesting as names go.
A hive of scum and freakery if there ever was one. No decent folk show their hides there.
That why you think I should look for my friend there?
I meant no
Có ăn
offense.
đập nữa phải không? Nó nằm ở đâu?
Putrid Grove. Where is it?
I wouldn't know. Rumor has it, it's a place for freaks and oddities.
You'd fit in well there.
Maybe. Thing is, gotta know how to get there.
They say you gotta get there through the sewers, but you gotta enter them outside of town. Few know where exactly though.
Ask a beggar. Or spot yourself a thief. Follow him. Beggars and thieves got to pay tribute to the king of beggars. Word is, they do it in the grove.
Giờ phải đi
Mean to
xuống
say
cái
the
cống
local
ngầm
beggars have
nữa.
a king, crown,
Dầu này đủ thứ
scepter,
nha.
and all that.
Wouldn't scoff, mate. King of beggars, it's a moniker. Yeah, for a man who everyone in Novigrad respects deeply.
Bị đấm bầm con mắt rồi, hai con mắt.
Menger himself don't even go to the grove.
Someone call for me. Wonder why.
It's Menger.
Temple Guard.
Vệ binh đền.
Thieving vermin to the confession chamber.
What, but sir, what's the offence? This is some sorcerer's bitty shop.
Think that gives you the right to steal her property?
Well, sorcerers.
Đúng rồi, phải để chính quyền trộm chứ tụi bay sao trộm được.
Guard takes possession of their belongings.
Ăn cắp cũng phải có bằng cấp này nọ chứ. Bắt hết. để chính quyền gom
You
góp
know
hết.
a bat can sniff out a moth a mile away.
Đó là nhà thính giác, không phải khứu giác.
Got nothing to do with their sense of smell. It's about their hearing.
Well, well. Man knows his bats. Here I thought you only cared about monsters. And as bats sense moths, so I sense freaks. And start by warning them. Novigrad's no place for your kind.
Tao thích thì tao đến thôi, làm gì nhau. Tao sợ gì mày. Mày tới đây đi. Vậy thì thành phố này dành cho ai?
Heard Novigrad was no place
Tao
for
sợ gì mày,
mages.
đúng không? Mày
Now
tới
you're
đây đi.
telling me it's no place for
Tao đang ở
witchers.
Novigrad
So
nè.
who's it a place for?
Giống như trào lưu trên
Righteous folk
TikTok.
professing the one true faith in the eternal fire. Nothing I can do to you now, but just know that I know you're here. One misstep, one error, you'll make a mistake. It's inevitable.
Dễ gì bắt được tao.
I'll be the first to learn of it, and when I do, it'll be standard procedure, like for every magic oddity who dares taint this city's
Cứng à,
air.
khè hoài.
Be seeing you.
Phánh đi, cho tao làm nhiệm vụ. Có nhiều vải cứt. Ủa mình nhớ hồi đó là có vô đây coi nhà của con Triss mà ta. Có hả? Ê, cái này là làm cái nào gì chưa? Nói chuyện với bọn ăn xin về vua ăn mày hả? Ok.
Oh, deepest apologies, Governor.
Ăn cắp hả?
Fetch some
Ghê vậy.
wretch. I've been robbed! Thief!
Alms for the poor. Take pity on me, misery, good folk, and aid a man crippled by misfortune.
Word is, nothing's free in Novigrad.
Oh, another one come bursting with questions. Now, where do you folk gain the idea we beggars know everything? I need to see this and I need to find that one who robbed me brother. Fuck if I know.
Ta đang tìm khu
There's
khu
this
rừng
place in
cây thối
Novigrad they
nha.
call the Putrid Grove.
Aye, it's about right. Well, Novigrad's full of nooks and crannies with odd names. Looking to sightsee, buy a bloody map.
Heard men like you frequent this alley.
And I've heard they fed you all shit and you smiled and ate it. Now, don't mean no offence. Go in peace. Arms for the poor.
Đây có cái nhiệm vụ cất gì vậy? Thầy
Got
giảng
the
đạo.
courage to repeat that slander to my face?
Readily. You are a mutant, a freak, a useless relic of a bygone age that should be burned like a withered branch.
Ngươi đã
How
cứu
many
được bao nhiêu
people's lives have
người?
you saved? From Bruxay, from Leshens?
That has no bearing.
Asked you a question. How many? There's something to think about, folks.
Preacher's fierce in the mouth, but holler at him and his tail slicks between his legs. Come on, people.
You'll not find much to do in Novigrad.
Looking wobbly.
Duty calls.
Some overripe sheep's meat.
Let's drink for it's nearly night.
I's a war veteran. Spare me the crown.
Arms for the poor?
You lame?
No chance. Both legs in perfect order. And me arms, look, like a windmill's wings. There. See me waving them? Looky here. Just look. My mind, thorough addled.
Bị lẫn lâu chưa?
Been like this long? Addled?
Since me mother birthed me. Here's where it's adult. Here, showing you with me finger. See that? Me indicating.
Trong người khỏe mạnh lắm.
Healthy as a horse as far as I can tell.
Priests of look, medics, herbalists. All claimed I'm bewildered.
Well, they're wrong.
Matters little either way. Folk are generous to me. They enjoy watching me point. Like this. There. There.
Chắc là ngươi đang hạnh phúc.
You're happy.
Thế là đủ
That's
rồi.
what counts.
I am. When folk ask me the way, I like that most, because I can point. Like this. There. Ah. Because I know my way around the city. Oh, do I ever.
So you gotta know where the Putrid Grove is, right?
Most certainly do. It's where I live. Over the, there. There. That way.
That away. Meaning where?
In Lace Halls. There's this alley, past a gate. Not at all putrid and not a grove. Fools call it that, but I know better.
And anyone can go there?
Of course. Unless he forgets to say the old sow's farrowed piglets. Might not let you in then, but that's easy enough to say. Listen. The old sow's farrowed piglets. See?
Thanks for your help.
Oh, don't write it up.
Bây giờ đi tìm cái thằng vua ăn mày. Giống như là ban chủ cái bang vậy. Thì bây giờ đi tìm ban chủ cái bang thôi. Ý, mấy em làm gì vậy? Ghé điếm, ghé điếm. Đẹp lắm. Qua đây, qua đây, qua đây, rồi. Ê, đẹp trai à. Tôi phắt cái đi.
Open up.
Đu ăn mày nè ha.
Who are you and what you want?
Doing some sightseeing. Kinda curious about what's beyond this gate.
My brother-in-law was curious. Worms been eating him for 5 years now.
Không thấy à, một vị nhân, tao là
Take a
một
look.
Witcher.
What do you see?
Yellow eyes, pair of swords, mutated killer, methinks.
Heard this place was a meeting spot for oddities.
Heard right. Know the password, get him free. Don't know it. Got
Phải đóng góp phí
contribute to
nè
the
hả?
ground's upkeep.
Ok. Lợn nái già để ra đàn lợn con.
Old sows, farrowed piglets.
Ah, welcome to the grove, brother.
Có lý lắm, có lý lắm. Cái này, cái câu đó của cái thằng ăn mày nãy nó chỉ mình đó.
What ails you?
Can't see out of one eye.
Hit him as rain.
About time we made something clear, sorceress.
Yes, high time.
Me and my men will manage just fine without the help of you
vì
or any
vua ăn
other
mày đây
mages.
hả?
But you, well, without our help, you're sitting ducks for the temple guard. Who do I spy?
Geralt?
Triss hả?
Hey, Triss.
See you two know each other. See you two know
Người yêu
each other
cũ.
well. I was curious whether you managed to find me, Witcher.
Con Triss này không có mặn mà bằng con Jennifer. Không biết tôi đang tìm ông hả?
Spies tell you I was looking for the Putrid Grove?
My skull would be a home for bottom-feeding river fish if I didn't keep an ear to the ground. And please, Putrid Grove, ugly name for our cozy little hideout, wouldn't you say?
Vệ binh đền có hay quấy nhiễu không
Temple
không?
guard tolerate your little operation?
Let's say
Em
they
Triss này nhìn nó
appreciate the
bần bần
value of a
sao?
Novigrad
Không có
crown.
đẹp gì hết.
Manga doesn't seem like the type that can be bought.
Thôi mình
Anyone
sẽ
can
chung
be
thủy
bought,
với em Jen thôi.
but like it's
Jen
true,
ngon quá.
Manga had cost me a fortune. Luckily, he's got officers, and they're mere
Mất công
mortals.
làm em Triss phát nữa, em
Illnesses
Jen em
catch
giận
him
à.
at times,
Other times, they want to catch a bit of diversion. See, Witcher? I've got plans. Big plans. Far-reaching plans to reshape this city head to toe.
Ever thought of seeking a seat on the city council?
City Council is a puppet troupe with a hierarchy of the Church of the Eternal Fire as its puppeteer. Until recently, that is, when Radovid and his witch hunters took the reins. The semblance of power don't interest me.
Ông muốn gì?
A man with a vision.
One day, the so-called free city of Novigrad will be truly free. But before that can happen, we got to rid it of superstition, farting around about the hallowed essence of the eternal fire. Nonsense for kiddies.
Apparently not. Cheering crowd at the execution. Mostly adults.
Any crowd of rabble will cheer to the stench of burning flesh. But one day, folk will understand the eternal fire's naught but a leash around their necks. They call this place the Putrid Grove, but it's the rest of Novigrad that's putrefied. This here's the last bastion of normality, sanity, reason.
Đi tới đâu là cũng có nội chiến đó, cũng có hai phe, thường thường là đi tới thành phố nào cũng có hai phe đó. Một phe nắm quyền với một phe nổi loạn, muốn đổi chính.
Yours, plural.
Yeah, mine, and my friends. But that's a tale for another time. For now, I'll leave you two alone, because I can see, well, you clearly need it.
Geralt, I have a lot of things to take care of in town.
I'll be glad to tag along. What's your arrangement? He using you?
Helping me to survive, actually.
6 months ago, if somebody said Triss Miracle would be working for a Novigrad criminal, I'd never have believed it.
6 months ago, Triss Miracle...
Madam Sorceress. Beautiful as ever. Damn shame to part.
Don't fret. Bound to be back soon.
Hai đứa này chia tay rồi. Người yêu cũ.
I take it you're in Novigrad on important business.
Important doesn't do it justice. I'm looking for someone.
More precisely?
Young woman who's like a daughter to me.
Her? Here? No, impossible.
She was here. There are witnesses, evidence. Was hoping you'd heard something. You've been here a while. I need you to help me find something, anything, a trace.
I'll do everything I can, of course. Who might know more? Well. Hello, Clue. Managed to get those magic incense ingredients?
Yes, somewhat with difficulties, you might say.
Nữa.
I was walking along the canal with a sack full of goodies for you.
Bị cướp rồi phải không?
And spied a trio of temple guards coming the
Về
other
bên
way.
đền.
Get to the point, Klug. No time today for one of your long stories.
Wait! A sack full of magicalities and they were coming straight towards me. I don't easily frighten, but I felt a cold sweat on my arse, I did. I'm afraid I had no choice. I dropped the sack in the water. I had to. When asked why, I claimed it contained a dead cat. You shan't believe this, but they believed me.
I need that package, Klug. I've got a contract.
It must be on the canal bed. Luckily, it was heavy enough to sink. I'm sure it'll turn up if you search.
You expect me to pay you, then dive for my goods into that ice-cold filth?
Phải sẵn sàng hy sinh
Some
thôi.
causes require a sacrifice.
Causes? What about people?
For people, same holds true.
So, maybe you care to dive in after that sack for me?
You win.
Stop. Hear that? They've come for us.
The fall didn't break until I began to prick his heels. Every man's got his sensitive spots. Interrogated a mage once. Pain couldn't touch
Muốn
him.
móng tay đập
Tore
nát
off his
tinh
fingernails,
hoàng,
crushed his bollocks, nothing.
đập nát trái trứng nè,
Endlessly ticklish.
ghê
I
vậy.
placed a beetle on his belly and set a mug atop it. Damn near went mad.
You were lucky this time, but you'd best leave via the sewers. The trapdoor's in the floor.
Take care of yourself, Klug. There's a draft. Should be an exit here. Klug wouldn't have sent us here if there wasn't. Must be a lever on this wall that'll open the secret passage.
Free City of Novigrad. The name actually used to mean something.
The very reason so many mages came here after the massacre at Loch Muin. Thought they'd be safe from Radovid's reapers. Instead, they jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. But Novigrad stands on top of a mountain of coin, and winning a war takes three things. Coin, and even more coin. That's why they're exterminating mages, confiscating their property and possessions. And they'll go after non-humans next. The elves occupy slums, but the dwarves practically control financial life in the field. Judging by what Klug said, the parcel should be around here on the bottom.
Giờ phải lặn xuống dưới nữa.
Mistaken. He's been forgetful ever since Manga interrogated him. Seems to be suffering from a persecution complex, too.
Current must have carried the sack seaward. I'll swim towards the port. Coming with?
Maybe some other time.
Don't know what you're missing. Water's thick with pungent oils. Guessing it'll do wonders for my complexion.
Biệt cụ đó, gói hàng nằm ở đâu? Kìa, phải không? Em nào cũng hành xác hết. Từ con Kera tới con Jennifer giờ thêm con Triss nữa.
Or did you get wet for no reason?
Nothing like a refreshing swim in a filthy canal. Found a few fish, a rusty anchor, the carcass of a boat. Oh, and this.
Oh, my package. Hope the contents aren't soaked through. Oh, you're a doll.
Seem to be in your element.
Still remember my elements? How I use them?
Come on, 6 months isn't that long. It's not like I'm senile.
But you do have a history of amnesia.
I've recovered my memory completely.
Good. That should stop people from taking advantage of you.
Someone's been taking advantage of me.
I have. For what?
I've never even intimated.
We need to hurry.
Greetings, sorceress.
Greetings, Brandon.
I didn't expect you to bring company.
Có vấn đề à?
Is that a problem?
By the eternal fire, no. I'm surprised, that's all. Together, I expect you resolve things twice as fast. You've the look of true experts. But I'd prefer you not to tarry and begin.
Triss, you and Brandon here. You've agreed a price?
We settled on a full coin purse.
Brandon and Co. is a serious outfit. We've the largest granary in all Novigrad.
Trả trước toàn bộ số
Don't much
tiền.
like merchants who flatter with cheap praise before the
Đúng
job's
rồi, không có
done.
thể tin đứa nào
That
hết.
was not cheap praise. I was merely stating a fact.
So am I. I want you to pay in full in advance.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Then trap your own rats.
Well, now I know why she brought you along. Fine, full purse of Novigrad crowns.
Không có thể tin thằng
as
nào hết.
proof of my goodwill.
We need to place these crystals around the granary, near anything that looks rat related. I'll cover half the space, you take the other half. Look for evidence of rat activity.
Thing is, I know what evidence of manticore activity looks like, but rodents?
Geralt, we'd both rather be somewhere else. I'd rather be sitting in a royal
Chuột lung
council
tung.
meeting, but they killed my king. Look for crevices and droppings.
Once we place this incense, what then?
I'll cast a spell and the rats will leave.
Can't do that without sprinkling incense? Don't really feel up to looking for rat shit.
Stop whining.
Đây.
Looks like a good spot. I don't like that guy.
Brandon? I don't either. He's much too fat.
Can't help but agree. But no, notice how he didn't try to haggle?
Must really want the rats out.
Triss, he's a merchant. He makes his living by haggling.
If I worried about that sort of thing, I'd starve to death in this city.
Think I plugged every hole in there.
Well, all right. Get ready for some magic fireworks. Once I activate the incense, we'll have a moment to talk. Well? Well? Now we wait for them to scurry away.
Như đuổi chuột khỏi kho thóc này hả?
Never had much luck with rats. Once I hit one with a fork in complete darkness, trying to show off my witcher's senses. Masterful throw, really. Problem was, no one else saw it. How could they in the dark?
So, what do you think? Rat catcher? It's a long way to fall from being advisor to Temeria's king.
I'm just glad to see you safe and sound, and...
Reconciled?
Thật sự cam
You
chịu
a
hay
man
chỉ
once
đang
who
giả bộ?
reacted to everything, especially adversity, by mocking it.
Healthy attitude. Must have lived long.
Came a day he lost both his legs in battle. He shrugged, said it was better that way. He'd never feel pain in them again.
I understand him perfectly.
I know. Thing is, he was lying to himself.
I think he just didn't have much of a choice.
Ta có thể đối diện với sự thật.
We all lie sometimes, but lying to yourself is running away, whereas there's really nowhere to run.
Sometimes you have to escape just to forget. Your friend might have dwelled on his lost legs, but it's not like by grieving he could have grown another pair. So, tell me how Yen's doing.
Kể cho em nghe Yen dạo này thế nào.
You didn't answer my question. How's Yen?
Cô ấy khỏe.
She's fine.
That's good.
Asking about anything specific?
Never mind. I got my answer.
Well, well. Are lovebirds having themselves a little chat instead of working?
The job's done. Geralt, those are...
I know who they are, Triss.
My friends begged me to notify them if I encountered a mage, sorceress, what have
Thấy
you.
không, mất dạy không? Hồi nãy mà không lấy tiền trước là vỡ mồm rồi.
It's a trap, Geralt.
This stank from the start.
Không lấy tiền trước là vỡ mờ mình thấy chưa mấy bạn. Trò này là không có thể tin được bố con thằng nào hết. Hồi nãy mà không lấy tiền là bây giờ nó kêu lính lại rồi xong rồi sẵn nó xù tiền luôn.
Such is life for sorceresses in Novigrad these days.
I can see that and I don't like it. So here's what I think. The hunters have come, and now they can go.
They'll do no such thing.
All right, we've talked. Do what you gotta. Just remember, I can't help but get in your way.
Heard enough from this horse, son.
As have I. Neither is to leave here alive.
Ba thằng.
Shit yourself out the fear. Get it from both sides.
That bastard hired me on the assumption he wouldn't have the pain. Duped and trapped like a child. If not for you, we need to find Bran.
Don't kill me. Good sir, no. They forced me. Had I not told them, they'd have set fire to my home, my warehouse. The mage hunters know no mercy. Spare me, good man. Be not like those murderers.
Shut up. I should kill you. Thing is, you'd be no good to anyone but the gulls as a corpse. So you'll live and pay us double. Now.
Fine. You'll coin.
Now, get.
Thanks, Geralt.
Em nên cẩn thận hơn.
You should try to keep better company.
He was still better than some mages. You know, I've been thinking who might know something about Ciri. And I just got an idea. There's an Oneiromancer in town, Corrine Tilly. Very capable, supposedly.
Never trusted in Dreamer's abilities myself.
Corrine's been very effective. You should at least try. She's taken a job close by. Follow the canal away from the fish market. The house is near the first bridge. Its owner, De Jonkir, is a rich banker.
Not coming with me?
I've got some things to take care of.
Another rat-infested warehouse?
Not exactly. Nothing even remotely satisfying. Such are the times.
Tốt khi được gặp lại em.
It's nice to see you again.
You too, Geralt. You should go now, before Corrine goes back into hiding somewhere.
What if I want to find you?
I live in the Bits, near the fish market. Stop by. It'd be nice.
All right. See you later.
Người đáng ngờ. Có cái nhiệm vụ đủ cái thành phố cũng lớn vãi, cái Novigrad này đẹp quá, chắc một đống nhiệm vụ phụ quá. Mình chỉ rớt nhanh cái cốt truyện nha, còn cái phần mà mấy cái contract này nọ thì chắc phải có một vài cái video khác mới hoàn thành hết được con game này. Chứ mà con game này mà muốn mà hoàn thành hết là phải hơn cả 100 giờ chơi các bạn.
Just passing by, wanderer, or do you seek something specific?
Who's asking?
Rudolf de Jonkir, of those de Jonkirs.
Mình đăng lên hết thì sợ nó nhàm quá, có nhiều bạn sẽ không xem, nên mình rớt nhanh cái cốt truyện của nó, rồi cái phần contract thì mình sẽ có một cái video khác.
I'm looking for Corrine Tilly.
Oh, you've come to the right place then. Corrine is inside. Been there for a few days, dreaming the home's history.
Sử của ngôi nhà, sao ông phải quan tâm đến nó?
Why do you need to know the house's history? You a historian or on a whim?
I bought this property a short while ago. Paid a pretty penny, I might add. Soon after I witnessed disturbances.
Ở thành phố lớn này mà cũng có ma ám nữa hả?
What are the symptoms?
Oh, they vary. Giggling in the night, and furniture moving about in the attic, and last week, well, you shan't believe it, I found human feces in the parlor.
Chắc có thằng nào ở chứ. Tại sao ông phải đứng ở đây?
Not interested in what's going on inside.
Chắc có thằng nào
See
trốn
it
trong
for
nhà
yourself.
ổng ở
I'm a
cái
banker.
gì? Phải có
Cursed
cứt ở
home
trong nhà,
scam.
nó ma nào
Do
mà
you know
ỉa
how a
trong
haunting
nhà.
can affect property value? Point of fact, Corinne requested she not be disturbed.
Để tôi vào được không?
I'd like to go inside, look around.
I don't usually let strangers rummage around my home. Twin swords, though. You're a witcher. You may enter, call that my whim. Truth is, we're already dependent on the vampires.
Vô phải lút đồ trước nha các bạn.
Stop! Go away! Don't do that. Leave it!
Ồ, một đống gì trong đây vậy? Vô đây lượm được một đống thứ cũng ngon lành chứ bộ. Chân ngựa cao cấp này nọ nè. Đó. Chắc nó trên đây.
Put it down, please. That's blood. Don't spill it. Please.
Lên đồng hả? Một con quỷ hả? Em này giống em Kera quá vậy. Ý ngon. Ngon. Hấp liền.
Wake up, it's just a dream. Wake up.
The doll. The attic.
All right, time to check the attic.
Stop! Go away! Don't do that. Leave it!
Con ép xếp nó nằm đầu người ta.
Put it down,
Ở đây
please.
phải không?
That's blood. Don't spill it. Please.
Way to the next room's blocked.
Đúng là chủ ngân hàng ha. Mình vẽ mạnh với cái hình vẽ vội một cái nôi. Con búp bê đâu đấy?
There was a cradle on the second floor. Wonder what had happened if I laid a doll in it.
trong đây. Đây, cái nồi đây.
Another masterpiece. An oven and a blackened grate. Oh joy. A riddle. Saw an oven in the cellar. Maybe I'll find another clue there.
Put it down, please. That's blood. Don't spill it. Please.
Nghe tiếng trẻ con mà nó cười nhìn nghe não nề. Đâu? Ở đâu? Ê, cái lò nướng nó ở đâu vậy mấy bạn? Ở đây không? Đây, nó này chứ đâu. Rất hồn.
Did I scare you? Scared you, didn't I? I can tell you was scared. Big brave man scared of wee little Sarah. Ain't that funny?
Con bé này giống như cái thằng ở Velen nè, cái thằng da xanh xanh mà kỳ vợ bị mất tiếng nói á, kêu mình đi lấy cái tiếng nói lại cho nó đó.
Having a spot of fun's not allowed anymore.
Các anh em gì nè.
That lady fell asleep, and I've sent her some horrible dreams. I'll not her awake neither. I can do that, you know. Funny, isn't it?
Very funny. Thing is, I gotta talk to the dreamer, so I'd like you to let her wake up.
Little Sarah doesn't want her to wake. Little Sarah wants to play.
Đây không phải là trò chơi đâu.
You play, well, it's only ever fun for you.
That's because you're a dullard. All you humans are dullards.
You give the dreamer nightmares and won't let her wake up. Why are you tormenting her?
I'm not tormenting anyone. Scary dreams are great. What I love is when this big hen chases me. Hen's got these red...
Why do you live in a haunted house?
Tell you a secret. The house ain't haunted. Not one bit.
Yeah.
I just pretend it is. Make everyone think that. It was sitting there all empty, so I moved in. Bigwig from the bank then came and bought it. I don't like bankers, especially not to live with, so I decided to give him a scare.
Gave the banker a really big scare. See, he paid a lot for this house and won't give it up easily, which is why you need to find another home.
I don't want to.
Đúng là nít à, nghịch ngợm.
I won't.
Tao thở thận đi.
Sarah, Novigrad's no place for a godling, but if you want to live here, that's your business. So let's make a deal.
A deal? What kind?
Leave the dreamer alone. In exchange, I'll tell the banker the house is haunted. For good, no way to lift the curse.
You tell him that? What if he doesn't believe you?
I'm a witcher. He'll believe me.
Yes, yes, yes! Do that and I promise not to bother your friend. Not even a little. You're awfully nice, you know.
I don't hear that often. Thanks.
Now go wake that sleepyhead. I won't stop her. She'll get up.
Đúng là phá phách. Này, em gái thầy bói. Nhìn giống Kera dữ vậy.
Triss Marigold sent me to see you.
Gods, Horrible nightmares.
Nhìn y hệt con
I was
Kera.
supposed to dream the history of this house. Instead, I saw furniture. Hungry furniture that wished to devour me. I know it must sound foolish, but in the dream, well, it was all too real. And not at all amusing.
The work of a godling. She made people believe the house was haunted. Also injected your dreams with her little jokes.
And you managed to wake me. I feel fortunate.
We Witchers have our ways.
I thank you very much. The dreams, they were awful. Any way I can pay you back?
There is, actually. I'm looking for a young woman who was seen in Novigrad.
I can certainly try to help. But I'll need to clear my head first. After those deranged dreams, I feel it's full of cobwebs. Find me at the Golden Sturgeon. I rent a room there.
All right. See you there.
I saw Miss Corinne leave, but she refused to speak to me. Is the matter resolved? Or quite the opposite?
Căn nhà vẫn bị hãm, có nhảy không giải được lời nguyền.
A demon had captured Corinne. I managed to free her, but the house is still haunted.
Did Corinne dream of the building's past?
Yeah. Pretty horrid.
Để cho thằng nhóc kia nó sống đi. Ông này ông giàu.
Nobody should inhabit the place.
So many crowns I paid. Oh well. It shan't put me
Thấy
in
không?
the poor
Chừng ấy cũng chẳng khiến nào chẳng khiến tôi nghèo được.
The second sword.
I've had enough of it. I've had enough of living.
Oh, you don't mean to.
Chửi mất dạy lắm. Mình đi bộ đi bộ ngắm cảnh thành phố này nọ. Có cái nhiệm vụ phụ nữa.
A Witcher? Oh, hear about the notice by chance?
Cái còn chắc nữa hả?
Not quite, but what's it about? I hear right you're going on some voyage, need a companion.
Not just some voyage. Cross the sea. Mark this. When I got pressed into the infantry in 1242, I promised my beloved Letta I'd return alive, whole, and with a pearl from Skellige. Not just any pearl either. A black one.
Chắc một cái hợp đồng nào nữa chứ gì.
Well, ambitious.
Perhaps, but they were empty words. I came from the war, that one and the next, but I never fulfilled my promise. High time to change that. Or if not now, then when? Thing is, I've grown old in the meantime, as you see. Can't manage it alone, need a strong shoulder to lean on. Witcher's shoulders as strong as they come. So, what do you say?
Plan's crazier than it is sane, but there's an irresistible charm to it. Offer me some pay and I'll help you out.
Don't you fret about coin. I brought home a good deal of it from various fronts. Say we meet in Skellige, by the collapsed bridge near Arenbjorn. It's but a hop away from the bed where black pearls are born. Will that work for you?
Sounds fine. See you there.
Không, cái này là cái nhiệm vụ phụ chứ không phải là hợp đồng. Cứ nhận nó đi, xong hết mấy cái này rồi mình bắt đầu mình sẽ làm nhiệm vụ phụ.
What are you, sir?
Không mua vũ khí rồi.
Farewell.
On the guards.
Darkness everywhere. I see it all around.
You're laid the pants are strapping the mug for the working man.
Đây em ấy ở trên lầu. Ngon.
A dream in here.
Never witnessed a seance like this before, let alone participated.
I will guide you. You must first achieve a kind of mental accord. I must ask some questions. You must answer them. It's important you're truthful. Answer from your heart.
Đừng có kêu làm tình nữa nha. Bắt đầu thôi.
Let's begin.
To start with, tell me a memory you have of this woman.
What for?
Do as I ask, please. I need the strongest, most complete memory you have of...
Ciri. The woman's name is Ciri. Ciri was orphaned during the Second War with Nilfgaard. Had no idea what to do with a young girl, so I did what I would have done with a boy and took her to Kaer Morhen. Figured some physical training, sword work, development of her stamina couldn't hurt. I remember her standing on a crumbling wall. A stone came loose, she lost her footing, caught her at the last possible instant. Strongest memory, though, was of her coming out of her room one day, wearing a dress and claiming she was indisposed. Knew then that Ciri was maturing. It was unavoidable. I was lost in the face of that.
I see. Do you wish to tell me anything more?
Không.
No. Let's continue.
Kể chi nhiều.
You claim the woman has abilities. Tell me about them.
I remember Ciri having trouble controlling her abilities. Yennefer tried to teach her to cast simple spells, and Ciri destroyed a shed near the temple where they were. Really upset her, but it was just an old shed. I know it took her a while to gain control, and frankly, I doubt she controls her abilities fully to this day.
I see. Do you wish to say more?
Có.
Yeah, there's something else.
Ciri mang cho mình dòng máu của xưa.
A descendant of bloody Volker. The rebel burned at the stake. The prophecies claim the world's destroyer will be born of the firebrand's cursed blood.
Pure legend.
Know when a legend transforms into prophecy? When it gains believers.
Mình có nên kể
I
nhiều
think
không
you're
ta?
right to be reticent in talking about the woman. I see. Do you wish to say more?
Thôi, vậy được rồi. Không.
No. Can we start?
Naturally. I knew you cared about her. But your tone, the emotions you so carefully conceal.
Let's continue, please.
Make yourself comfortable and try to relax. You must take my hand and talk of Ciri. Tell me where you
Mặc
think she
đồ.
might be.
Thầy bói mặc đồ lẳng lơ như vậy.
If Ciri couldn't find me, I'm sure she would have looked for another friend.
Who do you mean?
Maybe Dandelion. They liked each other a lot.
Rồi, ngủ luôn hả? Bói mộng. Giờ sẽ gặp trong mộng phải không? Trong mơ phải không? Chứ không có lời gì hết thì. thầy bói đâu.
Dreamt of a swallow at first. After that, just nightmares.
At times the dreams can multiply, show the past as well as the future.
The swallow. It symbolizes Ciri. She contacted Dandelion. I didn't know he was in town.
The poet. Heard about him. Someone left him the rosemary and thyme in their will.
The rosemary and thyme? Where's that?
As you enter the city through the red light district, you come upon a bridge. The rosemary is just
Khu
past
đèn
it.
đỏ.
Dandelion inherited a brothel?
So I've heard.
Thanks for your help.
Good luck, Witcher. I hope you find your Ciri. Yes?
Ghe điếm hả? Đây ghe điếm nhiều vải ra đấy. Ghe điếm nghiện, ăn mày, tà le, hột me. Đúng là thành phố lớn có khác. Bây giờ đi tới nhà thổ. Trong thành phố này không có chạy nhanh được.
It's a material world.
Come on.
Có nhiệm vụ phụ ở đây nữa hả?
Lay me down with a barrel of beer and a cup.
We've no monsters.
And over me coffin sing this cheer. He died a gentleman.
What a hug.
Hey!
And he fixed it.
An abomination.
Sid all comes to the wrong place.
Factory.
What do you have on offer?
Redanian dumplings, speciality of the house, heartily recommended.
Sao trên hình là cái đồ rèn.
Fat gun in my establishment.
Cái chỗ thợ rèn mà.
How do you know I'm a Witcher?
You joking? Silver blades. Who else uses them? Crafted in Mahakam, am I right? Must be about 40 inches
Này
long.
giống như chỉ là giả làm bánh thôi chứ thật sự nghề chính là thợ rèn.
I'm Ibir Hattori, former master swordsmith.
Bậc thầy làm bánh bao.
A master of dumplings.
Geralt of Rivia.
A pleasure, Geralt. How might I help you? Care to try a dumpling?
Tasty.
Glad to hear it. Anything else I can do for you?
Looking for a good swordsmith. No one?
3 swords on your back. A bit much, don't you think?
Good one. But all jests aside, you make swords anymore?
Really? It's dumplings now. I must make a living. But I miss the hammer, anvil, and bellows. Oh, the heat of the forge. Were it not for that swiving Van Horn.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I shan't greet a witcher with dumplings. Come, let me show you something.
Được.
Quite a collection. Premium quality, too.
Thank you. I've kept these as mementos.
Damn shame you don't make them anymore. I'd gladly replace what I have with this kind of steel. Someone with your skills? Why the hell are you needing dough?
This might surprise you. The pay is better. But above all, it's much safer. Food vendors rarely disappear or end up as cripples.
I see. Someone controlling Novigrad's
Chắc bà
smithing
bị tụi
market.
vệ binh đền này nọ.
Officially, though All supplies go through Ernst van Horn, and they say he plays cards with Cleaver, frequently.
Ernst van Horn. Who's that?
Modest beginnings. A small dockside workshop. However, he proved extremely ambitious. He knew he could not compete with other swordmakers on skill alone, so he resorted to other methods.
Other methods?
A bit of slander here, buying business debt cheaply and taking over there. And whenever the competition was a ploughing non-human, he'd accuse them of being Havocars.
Is that how he did you in?
I did not give up without a fight. I went to town hall, negotiated. Alas, it was all in vain. He'd already enlisted Cleaver's protection, and in Novigrad, few dare get in Cleaver's way.
Tried negotiating? Making a deal?
With Van Horn? Do you jest? He's a proper heartless bastard. Either play by his rules and pay him, or go out of business.
I see.
But I shan't complain. Dumplings have proven an excellent source of income. It's just... well...
You miss the heat of the forge. Tried getting supplies from someone else?
Those rogues of the underworld control all the sources. How am I to talk to them? Unless... would you be willing to help me?
Muốn tôi giúp anh tìm nguồn cung sao?
Want me to help you get your supplies? How?
Just come with me to a meeting. As my bodyguard, it'll bolster my confidence. Truth be told, not so long ago, I tried negotiating some iron deliveries with one of the King of Beggars' men.
Tay chân của quân mày.
King wouldn't worry about an embargo Cleaver imposed.
It's just... he demanded an inordinately large share of the profits. I thought you might help me negotiate. I don't mean gratis. I'm certain we can agree on a fee.
Could I choose something from your collection?
Oh, forget this rubbish. I shall forge you a sword fit for killing gods.
I don't know. Criminal underworld. Not really sure I want to meddle with them.
I badly need your help. Van Horn is
Van Horn là tên Van đĩ chó.
You must be taught a lesson. I'd be eternally grateful. Plate armor, yours. Or perhaps you'd like a catapult or a trebuchet.
Fine. Arrange the meeting.
Splendid. Meet me after dark, near the crane at the docks.
Đủ thứ nhiệm vụ.
Hey there, handsome.
Gì vậy em? Em gái điếm nè.
Easy.
Rồi bây giờ đi tới nhà thổ đi. Tới nhà thổ. Đi kiếm vài em xinh tươi. Nhiệm vụ phụ thì cứ để sao.
I never come back, you stinking staggies.
All's we want to be.
Next time I'll rip your fucking legs off and shove them up your arse till you've toes for teeth.
Nhét vào đít cho tới khi ngón chân chạm răng. Phải nghe thấy thốn rồi. Chắc vô rồi không có trả tiền không bo cho mấy em với gì.
Zoltan, with your boot to someone's ass, as always. Who were those men?
Local colour. I wasn't going more than a moment. Long enough for them to turn our home into theirs. All right, time for some spring cleaning. I've got to boot them all out. Care to join me?
Chơi luôn.
Pleasure. Bad idea.
Reminds me of our days of war.
Yeah, almost like we never left Bergen.
I'm pleased. That went well. Now we can greet each other like the gods ordained. Ages, pal.
Hey, Zoltan. You look good.
Training plenty lately. What with the war on, no Mahakaman meat to be found, but Redanian lagers standing in just fine. You, though, you've withered a bit. Something worrying you?
Không nên làm anh bận tâm
Got
nha.
some problems. Rather not burden you.
Fuck off, Geralt. Need to spill your guts to me now.
Đúng là bạn thân. Tôi đang tìm Siri.
I'm looking for Ciri. I know she came to Novigrad. Might still be here.
You mean she's come back? I'll be damned. I wonder if I'd recognize her. How many years is it now? 6, 7? But what'd she be doing here?
Hiding, probably. She might be in danger.
See her in your dreams?
Couple times. Her and the Wild Hunt.
Oh, not good.
Not at all, but I know she came here and contacted Dandelion.
We've a wee problem then.
Dandelion đang ở đâu?
Where's Dandelion?
You know that myself. Maybe he could explain what the hell's going on. I just barely returned, as you saw. Expecting to come home to a hot like a boar and some cold ale. What do you find instead? A shite storm. Dandelion gone, the tavern chock full of bums. Have no clue what happened.
Let's look around. Might find something that'll put us on his trail.
Prime idea. I say we start on the ground floor. It's where he sat and wrote. Aha! A note from a grateful muse.
Reading someone else's finest vineyards, every last one.
No one knows the fruit of the vine like Dandelion.
This the loot he got from the elves of Dolblathana.
Aye. Must have been in a great rush to leave it behind.
From the finest vineyards, every last one.
No one knows the fruit of the vine like Dandelion.
Annual balladry contest. Silver laurel awarded to Master Dandelion.
Prince Hereward himself did the honours, and the feast afterwards, to celebrate the laureates. Dandelion taught the swine to yodel, and I... another time.
10 barrels of Toussaint Dry, 5 cases of sodden triple mead. Nothing here.
No, that's exactly what we're looking for. It's his planner.
Dandelion and planning? Good one.
Dandelion.
Besides, anything he wrote here probably had a special system. Chaos only he could ever decipher. Actually, in the past, sometimes not even that.
Give him a chance. Might not be that bad. Seems when he inherited this fine establishment, it came with some fine responsibilities. Bookkeeping among them. He also made a habit of noting down the times of his meetings, official and private. So, who'd he been seeing of late? Ah, here it is. Seems he's
Toàn đi gặp phụ nữ.
women of late. The dog.
Không quan tâm đến mấy cuộc phiêu lưu tình ái
Zoltan,
của ta.
please. You really want to track down the women Dandelion's been wooing? Most likely all angry women by now.
Got any better ideas? Besides, Dandelion's a babbler. They're sure to know something of his doings. We should divide these somehow. Perhaps... fuck it. I'll ask the lassies in my half, you interrogate the women in yours. Suit you?
Zoltan, wait. This is in verse.
And you figure that's unnatural because...
Wonderful. Meet me back here when you're done. Share our findings.
Right you are. Need to do a wee bit of tidying before I go. Cannot stomach the idea of coming back to this mess. And you'd be wise to read your bit before you scurry off. If you need anything, I'll be next door.
Toàn là gái ấy. Có ghi nè, một khu vườn ngủ ở trang viên nè, biệt thự nằm kề nghĩa trang nè, có ghi chỗ hết nè. Ôi thật là vãi cất. Cái nào gần nhất? Đây, gần đây. Ủa thằng lùng này hả?
Still here? Looking for something?
Just checking to see that everything's in place. Buggers might have hauled something off for pawning.
Actually, glad you're still here. Wanted to ask you about someone.
Molly.
Though well she knows the touch of silken lace, she shuns not straw when gripped in lust's embrace.
Molly. Keeps things tidy for the Baroness Lavalette.
A baroness within reach and he settled for a chambermaid?
Dandelion's not one to judge folk by their station. You know that. Like he says, in the alcove, we're all equals.
Yeah. Guess a true poet observes life in all its aspects, examines it from all perspectives.
Arabella.
If I didn't know him better, I'd say he was jealous about this Marabella.
Oh, I doubt it. Former
Cụ
pupil.
học sinh của cậu ta.
And well, the tales he told me about her.
Doubt I want to hear them.
Probably better off not. Things between them took a turn for the strange at some point.
Meaning?
She had him wearing mummers' costumes. Took to calling him Christian, referring to herself as Anastasia.
Huh, truly perverse.
He didn't ken half of it. Called him her stallion once. That's the fool took it as a compliment. Till she pulled a bit in the reins into her cupboard. Poor bastard fled out the window.
Bạo dâm mà.
Vespula. Name rings a bell. She threw his knickers out the window.
That's her.
Hollered something about him being a scoundrel with a voice like a consumptive pheasant.
Cái thằng này.
That's her.
Threw flower pots at
Cái
him.
thằng này đào hoa còn hơn thằng Rero nữa.
Like a rose abashed of its crimson hue, fair Rosa would sink into humor's blue. She shunned her lessons in civility to swing her dwarf with agility. Dwarf. Never suspected he'd be so humble.
Dwarfs what Rosa var Atre named her Guihir. Well chosen, eh? Her dad's a Novgardian aristocrat with the imperial legation. Commissioned Dandelion to tutor Rosa and her sister in the art of rhetoric, but we, Rosa, preferred swordplay.
How dare she reject the great bard in favor of a common swordmaster?
More than one, it seems. Week on week, we get fresh gossip about her thrashing another instructor. So bad he resigns. Word has it her dad's now looking to hire her next victim. I mean, instructor.
A figure most rare, her nature dual. Look deep in her eyes or be made a fool. Well, well, seems fascinated with this one.
Not without reason. Never been much for elven women myself, but this one's exceptional. Dare say Francesca Finderbeard be jealous.
You want to take this one, then?
Nah, you can have her.
Why?
See, elven beauty's like a young Beauclair wine, whereas I prefer vodka straight up.
Well, know about all I wanted to know. Thanks for your help.
Con nào gần nhất? Có con này là gần nhất nè. Rất là vãi cất. Giờ lại phải đi kiếm nữa. Giờ phải đi kiếm gái.
I will get you every last copper, with interest. Give me a week, please.
Horson's no bad.
Cho vay nặng lãi à.
He's an honest man. You pay on time, you get protection. You don't pay.
What you hollering for, stupid wench? What are you hoping for? A knight in shining armor?
Đây, anh đây. Đánh phụ nữ là xấu xa.
Not your concern.
Petbula có bảo kê mới rồi.
This Beulah's got someone else's protection now.
Really? Who's that be?
Tao nè. Du ăn mày.
The king of beggars made a deal with Junior. This is his turf now.
Didn't hear nothing about that.
But you have heard what Bedlam does to people who cross him. Or you need a demonstration.
Come on, Fritz. Boss wants it that way. It's how it's got to be.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. To think there are men who'll help a stranger out of the kindness of their hearts.
Not entirely out of kindness.
Cho anh một đêm đi.
Stranger.
What are you? Oh, I know you.
Anh là cái cuộc chơi đưa Dandelion đi chơi gái.
Geralt, right?
Geralt. Tôi đưa Dandelion ra ngoài chơi gái khi nào?
Not Gerald. Geralt.
Oh. Dreadful sorry.
Explain something if you don't mind. You say I took Dandelion out whoring.
So he said. Claimed I was his one and only. I fell in with the wrong folk.
Anh và tính lùng đó lúc nào cũng dụ dỗ anh ta.
Said you two were a bad example.
Thằng Dandelion này mất dạy
He
thì.
picked that habit up from us too. Gotta have a word with him. What do you think? Where could Dandelion be?
Probably out whoring.
Chắc là đi chơi gái rồi.
That lying scoundrel.
Ouch. What did he do to get your goat?
Same thing as ever. Prize bullshitter came back saying it was till death do we part this time. And no more than a week passed before I spotted him in Harbourside, strolling with some trollop on his arm. It was the last straw. All those questions about the washerwomen at the bathhouse, then this. I beat him black and blue and threw him out on his ear.
Dandelion ask you about other washerwomen?
Thằng này bá đạo thì
Maybe he likes
quen một lúc 3-4 em.
Maybe. But what did he ask about exactly?
Oh, this and that really. What's it like at the bathhouse? Have I got any friends there? What are their working hours? I don't know. Maybe he's looking to hire one for his tavern. Maybe I got all in a huff for no reason.
Ủa ta đi cùng ai ở Harbourside?
This woman he was with in the harbor. Who was she?
Claimed she was his niece from Kovir. Ha! Horvir, more likely. Corset so tight her eyes were popping out her head. His too, come to think of it. An artist or a whore. Doesn't much matter as they're one in the same.
Cảm ơn. Chúc may mắn.
Thanks for your help. Listen, when I find Dandelion, anything I should tell him?
No. I mean, tell him he's a two-faced snake, but it would be nice if he dropped by.
Vừa chửi mà vừa muốn kêu quay lại à. Nản. Rồi tới em tiếp theo. Người đáng ngờ ở đây đâu nhiều chứ.
Welcome, welcome. Do come in.
I'm a friend of Dandelion's, looking for Elial.
You've come to the right spot. How might I be of service? Need something shortened? Patch your trousers, darn your socks.
You Elial?
Yes. Now pick your jaw up off the floor.
Sorry, I thought.
Tưởng là cô bạn gái mình cũng tưởng vậy.
Oh, so it's that. Wait here.
Mình cứ tưởng là bạn gái. Ủa? Đủ nó hả? Ôi ôi, nó... Thằng này song tính hả? Thằng Dandelion song tính hả? Trai cũng ăn mà gái cũng ăn.
How did you two meet? I met him one night in a tavern. He was blind drunk.
Phải cái thôi không cần phải kể tiếp.
Don't think I want to know what happened next.
Oh, stop. He wasn't so drunk as not to figure it out. Besides, men don't interest me. I told him that from the start. Luckily, Dandelion's an open-minded fellow. We had a lovely evening. He became a loyal customer afterwards.
Lần cuối anh gặp Dandelion là khi nào?
Dandelion visit your shop often?
I tried many times to talk him into a decent doublet. Sadly, he'd only come in to get a button reaffixed or a hole patched.
When did you last see him?
Some time ago. He brought in one of Zoltan's jerkins, insisted I sew on an extra pocket. Odd as requests go, I had the distinct feeling he'd actually come to talk.
What did you and Dandelion talk about? He asked about anything in particular?
Let me think. Had an ordinary chat, really. Although, indeed, he did keep asking about Kalkstein. If Dandelion and I hadn't laid our cards on the table at the start, I might have suspected he had a history with the alchemist. He spoke like a lovesick beau. In fact, he desperately wished to meet with him.
Kalkstein's in Novigrad? Wouldn't mind seeing him myself.
You're too late, I fear. The witch hunters nabbed him recently, burned him at the stake in Hierarch Square. But as he perished, the goings-on, impressive. Fiery beasts circled his pyre, then rose into the sky and exploded to form letters.
Really? What did they spell?
Radovid, sucks flaccid cock.
Bú cc nhão, sao anh lại ăn mặc như thế?
I know this is none of my business, but
why do I dress up? As a child, I dreamt of becoming a Doppler when I grew up. I became a tailor instead. Discovered clothing. Costumes can express all the complexities of one's personality. I'm a Redanian countess one day, a dockside thug the next. That is true freedom. Have you never thought to become someone else? Even for a moment? Must be horribly boring being a witcher all the time.
I managed to stay interested.
Cảm ơn anh đã giúp.
Thanks for your help.
Vậy các
nice to
meet gặp được một em đào nào chứ.
Much more. If you need new trousers or a vest, you know where to find me. Greetings. Come to look.
Glad to take a glance.
Of course, please do.
Bán bớt 3 cái đồ quá trời. Đây không đủ tiền luôn.
So long.
Chơi game viết cuộc luôn. Giờ nói chuyện với em khác coi. Em này xa dữ vậy.
Giddy up.
Vô tới đây không cho đi nhanh.
sweat enough in the gutter.
Trong thành thì chỗ mua đồ quá trời.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Marabella.
Hey.
I am she. Wait outside. Class is in session.
Được rồi, tôi sẽ đợi. Lịch sự chứ.
It won't take long. It turns out he'll not come after all. Why not? A rat bit him, and he's caught a fever.
Where'd he get bit? It hurt him much. Will he die? Don't die from rats, stupid. Dude, just the other day I saw a witch hunter tell a man, "You rats," and then he killed him. Excuse me?
That's enough.
Chờ cho đến khi bài học kết thúc nè. Rồi.
Like as not.
How do you know?
Xong
Now
rồi.
can we talk?
Yes. What do you want?
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh, yes. Longest afternoon of my life.
He read you his poems.
No. We perused the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe. No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold. That was his interest. When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died. Permanently.
See Dandelion after the fungus incident?
No. I even considered granting him another chance. His heart of hearts is pure gold. He simply needs a bit more
Thằng này
but he never came back to
quen
see.
người này quen người
So I
kia
thought
xong
if
rồi
it's
bỏ
done,
người ta.
It's done.
Found a poem Dandelion wrote about you. Portrayed you as an unusually talented individual.
Really? Did he mention my poetry? Horses have always fascinated me. I've always longed to extol their noble beauty. Did you see any of my work at Dandelion's? Mere exercises, true, but I'd be curious to know what you thought of them.
No. Didn't see any.
Gee up! The snaky whip rose skyward. Gee-haw! Crack! She reined the beast in. The stallion danced betwixt her thighs. Lava bathed its chinny chin.
Sorry, don't know much about poetry. Thanks for your help. Farewell.
Không có manh mối gì hết.
Why are you all so strange?
Boy there!
Yeah, right.
Uli hả? Em này ở trên hay ở dưới? Đây. Nhỏ này nhà có vẻ giàu rồi. Trơn ơi, hoành tráng luôn.
This baronet's love Lettsvilla.
Shouldn't interest you. The Baroness don't mingle with just anyone.
Don't worry.
À, năm tước phu nhân à. Thằng này nó dám ve vãn phu nhân của năm tước luôn. Này liều nhỉ?
Greetings, Witcher. Must admit it's curious to see you here. I don't quite believe in
mới cấm sừng ông.
coincidences.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of monsters, and my son.
You're right, General. My visit's no accident. I'm looking for someone.
There's no one here who wishes to see you. Captain, this man is not to enter. Forgive me, Morvran, but I've lost my appetite for the races.
Kill a woman's son and appear at her doorstep? My. I thought witches had better survival skills than that.
Looking for a girl named Molly. Heard she works here.
I feel your information's out of date.
À, người hầu
Molly
của
no
phu nhân năm
longer
tước
works
chứ không phải là bà đó. Cô ta bị sa thải
Baroness
à?
fired her.
Quite the contrary. Molly decided she no longer wished to serve. After Arian's demise, Luis's nephew came to pay his respects. Got one glance of Molly and, well, they wed soon after. They now await his inheritance. With the Baroness's son dead, the estate will go to the nephew and Lady Lata, known until recently simply as Molly.
Quấy lấy cậu ta vì
Gotta
tiền
wonder
à.
if Molly fell for the nephew or his inheritance.
We cannot know that just yet, but I'd wager she has strong feelings for both.
Tôi có thể tìm Molly ở đâu?
All right, so where'll I find the newly minted Lady Lata?
Our dear little Molly has a new passion, horse racing. To my knowledge, she should be at Countess Vegelbud's villa right now. That's exactly where I'm going. Since you stripped me of Louise's company, perhaps you'd agree to come along.
Rồi, rất vui đi được đi
Well,
cùng hai người.
if Molly will be there.
On our way then. We've arrived.
Nice place.
I must say, of all the creatures in this region, I find steeds most intriguing. Horses interest you at all, Witcher?
All the same to me. Call each one I ride Roach.
Strange. The grey is Cantarella, sired by Cahir, the champion from Vol.
Yeah. Gray's a good color. Even looks good on horses.
My coin's on the black stallion, Nemrod, purest Nilfgaardian stock.
Surprised he didn't salute you, General. Seem to know your horses.
I find them to be far more honest than men. Must say, I'm curious how you manage in the saddle, Witcher.
Mostly just try to stay in it.
What would you say to a little
Hả?
race?
Đùa hả?
Not what I came here for.
Don't make me beg, Witcher. Tell you what, win and I shall give you my finest saddle. Made in Nilfgaard proper of beautifully tanned leather.
Đùa nào?
Why not? Wouldn't mind seeing if your knowledge of horses translates into riding skills.
Ha! Splendid! In that case, you must choose a mount.
I'll ride Nemrod. Pit a Nilfgaardian stallion against a Nilfgaardian general.
In that case, I shall try my luck on the Zeracanian Bay. The horses are saddled. Let's begin.
Đùa thôi, đùa thôi. Đua thắng thì sẽ được cái yên ngựa của nó, yên ngựa.
Riders ready.
Come on, Witcher. Let's see what you're made of.
Giddy up.
Don't spare the horse.
con ngựa mình gần mệt rồi. Rồi chắc thua rồi, chắc thua rồi.
Come on, Witcher. Let's see what you're made of. Don't spare the horse. I adore the speed, the rush of air.
Hên là nó không có vượt qua. Thắng rồi.
The roach I chose put in a nice run.
Exceptional. I've not lost a race in a while. I congratulate you. That is yours. Ah, look! Lady Latar has just arrived.
Who?
The woman formerly known as Molly. There she stands.
Right. Thanks.
I should be here for a time. Find me if you'd like to ride back to the city together.
Who do you favor, milady?
Can't decide between the black stallion and the grey mare. Keep going back and forth, back and forth. Sorry.
Từ người hầu lên làm phu nhân luôn ha.
I'm Geralt.
Geralt. That Geralt. The one Dandelion's rescued
Người mà
time
được
and time
Dandelion
again.
cứu mạng rất nhiều lần rồi. Thằng Dandelion này chém gió cũng dữ lắm. Thật ra tôi với người luôn cứu cô ta.
Except it's the other way around. I'm always saving him.
Mean to say it weren't Dandelion saved you in Flotsam by severing your noose with an arrow from 100 paces?
What? Dandelion couldn't. Never mind. Any idea where our master archer might be at the moment?
Bậc thầy bắn cung.
No. Sadly, I haven't got a clue. We've not seen each other in ages. Ever since I became Lady Latard, it's been nothing but balls, banquets, and other such... what's it? Congregations. Awful tiring, all this. But... or maybe his sister could help you. Such a nice girl.
Dandelion nghĩ rằng cô vẫn đang là một hầu gái.
I'm under the impression Dandelion thinks you still serve the Lavalettes.
Oh, that's because I never told him I stopped. Didn't want him to treat me any different.
And your husband has nothing against it? Your old friendship?
Course not. Sweetiekins couldn't be happier that Dandelion's raising me sophistication.
Có nhớ lần nói chuyện cuối cùng với Dandelion không?
Any chance you remember your last conversation with Dandelion?
Of course. He came to borrow some coin for a barge.
What? Why do you need a barge?
To take me on a romantic cruise of the canals by the light of the moon. Said there'd be strawberries and that wine with the bubbles, and he'd sing me arias.
Mượn xong rồi xù chạy luôn rồi.
I've not seen him since.
Thằng này đểu vãi.
You do realize Dandelion doesn't have a sister.
Sure he does. Saw him myself. Funny, she don't look like him at all. Blonde for starters. Maybe they've different fathers.
Chắc con Siri quá.
Different mothers too.
Maybe. But you could see he cares for her. Looks after her. The way he carried her
Ồ, không phải à.
packages and...
Know where I can find her, Dandelion's sister?
I know. Whenever I ask Dandelion when we visit her, he'd grow all quiet and then change the subject.
Không có manh mối gì nữa rồi.
Wait.
Toàn là mấy cái cuộc tình của thằng Dandelion không.
Dandelion told me once he'd show me his etchings, but he never did. I'd so like to see him.
Won't be too hard to convince him. He loves showing off those etchings to anyone he can.
Oh, that's wonderful! Thanks, and good luck to you on your search.
Sick of it all.
Geralt, there you are. Shall we return?
Yeah.
Gladly. It's a long way to Novigrad. Road ought to seem shorter with some company.
I'd say the same.
Kinh đô tự do Novigrad. Đây giống như thành phố rồi, còn Velen hay là mấy cái kia là giống như là ngoại ô.
And here we are. Thank you for your company.
Likewise. See ya.
Còn một con cuối cùng. Cái con này nó sẽ có nè. Ôi, gì của bắp vậy? Tưởng ngon lắm này về. Rồi bây giờ chỉ còn một đứa thôi, chỉ còn một con ghệ của thằng Dandelion thôi.
What, did you catch him?
No. What do you want?
Tôi là thầy dạy kiếm mới.
Rose of our Atra's expecting me. Supposed to give her lessons in swordplay.
Come with me. Miss Rosa awaits.
Nói đầu bếp mới là nó vả cho không còn cái răng nào.
Won't you realise what you've got yourself into?
Hope so too.
Miss Rosa's got a downright beastly temper. Shows no mercy once she grips a sword.
Grab a wooden one. Take care not to hurt the little miss, or you'll learn.
Follow me.
Đây.
You're my new instructor. Well, Papa clearly went out of his way this time. Wood to start with. I must know your worth.
Sáu đồ hết rồi.
Well fought. You're much better than the last one.
I'm not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really? Then who are you? And how on earth did you get in?
I'm a witcher. I'm looking for...
A witcher? That's splendid. I always wanted to meet a witcher. This is so exciting.
Chuyện đó có gì thú vị?
What's so exciting about it?
Living on the edge, tracking then facing down beasts, sleeping under the stars. Oh, it must be wonderful.
Try fighting a Zoogle while up to your neck in sewage. Nothing quite like it.
Not one of the high points, I suppose. Wait, weren't you about to ask me something?
Kiếm thuật của cô rất khá.
Before I ask, gotta admit, you do pretty well with a sword. One pointer. Don't expose your left flank when you dodge.
Oh, I know. Terrible habit. Can't seem to get rid of it. I'd hoped to find someone in Novigrad who could help me to do so. But don't you dare try to dazzle me with advice. Already admitted you're not here to give me
Nóng
lessons.
tính dữ.
Came to ask about your rhetoric tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and sang for us. I believe he thought he was wooing.
Mean he wasn't? But you had some sort of relationship.
If you call him chasing after me a relationship. Even so, there was nothing between us. Seems my sisters had a bit of fun at our expense. But enough chatter. Stand and fight. I demand a rematch. Yeah! Oh, damn it! Well, if you're not an instructor, you should certainly be one. Fancy giving me a few private lessons?
Can't rightly refuse a request from a lady.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about? You asked about my relationship with Dandelion? Well, here's the mix-up's mastermind. Edna var Atra, the greatest mischief maker north or south of the Yaruga.
Không chắc là tôi hiểu.
Sorry, you lost me.
You're not the first to be confused. I'll explain. Edna sent Dandelion
em
some
xin
love
đôi à?
letters. She signed my name. Conceited as he is, naturally
Chị
he
em
fell
xin
for
đôi
it.
à?
I was left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that. I felt you needed help taking the first step. You blushed every time he sang a ballad. He'll next sing at your funeral if you don't stop it right now.
Bình tĩnh các quý cô.
Calm down, ladies. No poet's worth two sisters nipping at each other's throats.
Especially not this one.
Listen, I just want to know one thing. Either of you seen Dandelion lately?
Edna might have. I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. Burn with passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
Dandelion act any different lately? Notice anything strange?
Strange? Not really. It's no use, Geralt. She's so enamored she'd hardly notice if he turned into a werewolf. Edna, what? You needn't pretend he followed convention. Remember when he took us to the cemetery?
Rhetoric lessons in a cemetery. Unusual even for Dandelion.
We set out to visit the graves of celebrated Oxenford professors. He ended up quizzing us about Margrave Henkel.
Who?
Eccentric old coot. Died recently. He'd apparently been an important and generous patron of the arts as a young man.
Tại sao các cô lại ở Novigrad?
What are two young Nilfgaardian aristocrats doing in Novigrad?
Cái nhiệm vụ này nói chuyện nhiều quá trời.
Papa's a diplomat. He also has many business dealings in Novigrad. He's a member of the Trade Corporation. Takes us along everywhere he goes, and must then find us new tutors in each spot. And so in Novigrad, the task fell to the poet Dandelion, Rosa's betrothed. Edna!
Quan tâm đến chính trị
Bet sophisticated young ladies like you know a bunch about politics.
We've picked up a few things. What would you like to know?
Không biết là cuộc chiến thế nào rồi.
Wonder how the war's going. Any outcome looming?
Papa says much depends on Radovid, and on who captures Novigrad first.
What's Novigrad got to do with it? Free city. Never taken sides.
Thành phố trung lập
Stayed
thôi.
out of conflicts.
Oh, even children
Trung lập.
know Novigrad's home to the world's largest fleet. And they say the city's treasury is bursting with enough to equip 2 armies.
Hoàng đế và đội quân của mình chắc là hoành tráng lắm.
Emperor continuing to push north. Courtiers must be ecstatic.
His confidants must be. But Papa says that's not likely to last much longer.
Why not?
Papa says the war's disrupting trade, and people are tired of financing the Emperor's adventures.
Tôi muốn hỏi về chuyện khác.
Changing subjects.
Dandelion của ta ca ngợi tài năng của ai?
Who Dandelion sing about? Know anything about her?
I believe she's a poetess, or trabarets. Very skilled and exceptionally talented, of course.
This woman. Not a local, right?
I seem to remember him praising her melodious Kaviri accent. Makes sense. He referred to her as Kalonetta a few times. Bizarre names are common in Kavir.
Gotta ask Zoltan about this Kalonetta.
Tôi nên đi.
Been a pleasure, but I've got stuff to take care of.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Please come again. Well, Can I expect any more lessons in future?
Ở đâu và khi nào?
Awfully convincing, miss. Wonder where you learned it. Name the time and place.
House here, tomorrow. Same time as today.
See you then.
See you, Master Witcher.
Rồi, quay về chỗ thằng lùng. Có nhiệm vụ mới luôn.
Well, well, another freak.
Con ngựa mình đâu? Cái nhiệm vụ Novilas này nó nói chuyện dài dòng ghê luôn, mấy tiếng đồng hồ rồi.
I've had enough of living. What village are you from? Willows. Sits in the area to those ones with the timber. God arrived here just before winter.
Fine, mate. How are you keeping?
Dọn dẹp gọn gàng rồi nè.
What's this? Haven't even drunk our water. Naughty bird. Now repeat. Savory crack. Ah, you're back. You met Poppy? She ought to start talking any day now.
Nó là cú vọ không phải vẹt.
Zoltan, venture to say a mage would have trouble turning that owl into a parrot.
Sure you know me that well? Mark my words, she'll be playing quint with us in no time. But we were to talk about Dandelion. So, how'd you do? Learn much?
Women on my list hadn't seen Dandelion in a while. All claimed he had been acting strange. Also mentioned he'd been seeing someone else. Thing is, Mystery Woman wasn't on my list.
What's she supposedly like, this lass?
Blonde, from Kovir. A Troberits, apparently, named Kalanetta or something like that.
That makes it clear as crystal. It's Priscilla. Aye. Must be her.
Who's this Priscilla?
A Troberits, like you said. Quite popular of late. Picks up Dandelion.
Ê, cái hình dung nếu Dandelion có thêm cặp véo là ra cô nàng đấy.
So how Dandelion handled meeting his female double?
I think he fell in love.
Mình sốc đấy. Thằng này mà yêu đương gì? Nó quen người này quen người kia thôi.
Maybe more. The laddie's head's on fire. Lassie's got him whirling.
All right. Guess we gotta talk to her.
Priscilla works for the Mummers troupe. Reynard and the Foxen. Whenever they're in town, she performs nightly at the Kingfisher.
Mean we've been sentenced to an evening of poetry?
Must you always? This'll be true poetry, Geralt. You'll see.
Eternal fire protects us. Gives monsters the shits.
Nothing hurts as much as life.
Này là mặt trời lặn này chứ muốn gì nữa.
Looking to make some coin too.
Here already. Come on, let's find some arse lists. Should
Đây
start
là
soon.
chỗ mà cái con gì của thằng Dandelion quen á, hát kịch nè. Chắc nhỏ này quá. Giống trái dưa hấu quá vậy.
These scars long have yearned for your tender caress, to bind our fortunes. Damn what the stars earn. Rend my heart open, then your love profess, a winding, weaving fate to which we both atone. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. The wolf I will follow into the storm, to find your heart, its passion displaced by our ever-growing, hardening into stone. Amidst the cold, to hold you in a heated embrace. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. I know not if fate would have us live as one, or if by love's blind chance we've been bound. The wish I whispered when it all began, did it forge a love you might never have found? You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep.
Cái bài hát êm dịu thì cái giọng nữ mà hát cái bài này hay ghê. Êm bình yên, mấy đứa trong đây khóc tà le. Vỗ tay liền, vỗ tay.
I know him!
was he murdered some Temerian boys back in White Orchard?
Silence, woman. We've come to hear music.
A murderer?
There's a war on. Some die.
Oh, please, argue this out elsewhere.
Squabbles and rows again. And I was told this was a decent establishment.
If I know Geralt, he risked his noggin to save someone else's arse.
Save, you say? He murdered folk.
Don't let him provoke you.
There's the door. Settle this outside.
Come. I wish to listen to music. Music!
Cultural capital of the world? Fuck it is.
Có cái lìn.
Permit me to introduce this here's Priscilla, known also as Calinetta. As lovely as she is talented. And this
is Geralt of Rivia, I know. Dandelion's told me a great deal about you, and I've listened with bated breath. Don't be surprised. After all, doubt I could think of a more fitting subject for a ballad than a witch's love for a sorceress. Or should I say, sorceresses.
Các nữ pháp sư. Có vẻ như Dandelion không bỏ qua bất cứ chuyện gì.
Down to personal and insignificant details. Did he offer anything about himself, like where he was going?
Splendid. Very funny, truly. So, see you later. Not here. Come with me.
There a reason for all this sneaking around?
An excellent one. When last I saw Dandelion, he told me he was planning a heist.
Chậm hầm vàng hả?
CD
Ghê.
Projekt's vault.
Sheep up.
And I've not seen him since.
Reuven là ai thế?
Reuven. What's he
Reuven.
like?
Tall, fat, dangerous as hell.
Limp in his gait. Left leg.
Sounds like a lame rock troll.
If trolls were devilishly intelligent and had a flair for crime, yeah, I'd agree.
Đột nhập vào hầm vàng. Dandelion đang nghĩ có quái gì vậy?
Dandelion breaking into a vault. I'd sooner expect him to choose a life of celibacy.
True. Forgot to pay for his wine at the Passaflora once. I'll need to wait the next 3 nights worrying about it.
Any idea what got into him? He have debts he needed to pay off?
Claimed he was helping someone. Urgent matter that couldn't wait, he said.
This someone, Dandelion mentioned their name?
No. But if I know Dandelion, it's her name he failed to mention. As he failed to mention her slender waist and ample bosom.
Các vụ trộm đã bị bại lộ.
Let me guess. Attempted heist was a failure.
Well, he's not driven up in a gilded carriage laden with jewels, so I should think so. I've asked after him everywhere, but it seems an army of tongue-stealing cats has overrun the city. I learned only that he raised a ruckus at Whoreson Jr.'s lair. Then Whoreson's men chased him all over town.
Whoreson Jr. Doesn't ring a bell.
Biggest prick in Novigrad.
Thằng đầu bùi to nhất ở Novigrad.
Got it. You're not a fan. But what did he do to you?
Try the whole town. He's one of 4 bosses who control the city's underworld. The others being Siggy Reuven,
Một trong tứ trụ của thành phố ha.
and the king of beggars.
Kiểm soát thế giới ngầm.
Rascal. At least he didn't cross the church as well. Bring that venerable institution into it. We'd be in deep then.
Có vẻ như tôi là phải đi cứu Dandelion một lần nữa.
Here I go again, rushing to Dandelion's rescue. He ought to pay me a salary.
Whoever he is, I sincerely doubt he's in the mood for jokes. Nor am I, in fact.
Relax, I'll get him out of this. Gotta talk to this Whoreson first. And Siggy Reuven. Know where I might find them?
I don't know about Whoreson.
Cái nhiệm vụ này dài ghê luôn á.
Careful though. He's a dangerous character.
So am I.
I don't doubt it. But Dandelion's not. I beg you to hurry. Let me know as soon as you learn anything.
Well, bugger all to do here. Heading back to the Rosemary. Got Poppy to feed. And then I suppose I'll wait. See if our warbler don't come home on his own.
Em gái xinh đẹp.
Take care now.
Hôm nay mình sẽ dừng video ở đây nha các bạn. Hẹn các bạn ở những video tiếp theo. Nếu các bạn thích hãy cho mình một subscribe, một like, một share nha các bạn. Lần kế tiếp mình sẽ làm tiếp cái nhiệm vụ ở Novilas này. Tạm biệt các bạn nhé.